Process-based management has many moving parts, and that can feel a little daunting sometimes. But as I hope you're seeing through these Process Insights videos, it doesn't have to be that way. We have the circles and the 7 enablers of BPM. We can capture process architectures and discover process KPIs. We have process improvement methodologies. We know how to make process governance work, and we can support and enable everyone. We have all the pieces. We just need to put them together as an effective, sustainable system. Let's explore that a little more. Whether you're a gardener or not, I think you understand that a packet of seeds and a shovel isn't gardening. There's a bit more to it than that. This is probably the shortest video in the Process Insights series, but it covers a really important, if simple, topic. We can have all of the pieces, but we really have to be able to put them together into a system to get the benefits we're looking for. I think you would agree that this is a bicycle. Of course it is. It's a bicycle. It's got all of the things that a bicycle needs, and it would work as a bicycle is meant to work. What about this? Would you agree that this is a bicycle? It's got all the pieces, but I think we'd all be sure that this is not a bicycle. It has the potential to be a bicycle, for sure, but right now it's a box of parts. If we wanted to get from A to B, I'm pretty sure we'd all choose the first version. So these might be the very best parts you can buy. They might be refined and improved, and they're just perfect. But it's still a box of parts unless we can put it together as a working system. Another example. This is my backyard. You believe that? If you do, I've got a harbour bridge to serve you. No, it's not my backyard. Would that it were. But we can all know immediately, can't we, in this literal back garden, that there's a bit more than some seeds and a shovel involved. And it's not just things, is it? We needed to have had a vision and a design, and we need time, and we need to be able to put in the labour and the effort, and we've got to have the motivation. So we need all of those things so that we can put together those elements and create this garden. And it doesn't finish then, does it? Because then we have to maintain it, and we have to protect it, and the design presumably changes over time. So that's just another example of where it's all very well to have the parts. I mean, we could all go off to the garden store and come back with a car full of bits and pieces, but that doesn't mean we can build this garden. We need something more, and we need to use those other elements to bring this together as a viable, working, sustainable system. And so it is for our process-based management system. We might have lots of the pieces, lots of the parts. We might be running process improvement projects. We're doing some process modeling. We might even be tracking some process KPIs. We've got all of the pieces, but that doesn't make it a system. It makes it a box of parts. So we need to be able to pull all of that together as a coherent, sustainable management system. And that's what the Process Insights video series is all about, really. We've been talking about the individual pieces, the tools and the techniques and the ideas, but then we're also trying to show how all of that comes together, because it's got to be a coherent management system for it to be of any use. So we understand the organizational strategy, and we understand that that gets executed in our cross-functional processes, and we discover the process architecture and maintain that level of process documentation, and then that allows us to do process management, which is essentially about deciding which processes we should be working on, which ones we should improve and by how much and when. And then we need to get on and make those improvements, of course, and then to be able to be sure that those improvements were made or not. And then there's a number of enablers we need to develop more or less in sync to give ourselves the best chance of making that sustainable and effective. So that's the whole purpose of process-based management, indeed the purpose of these videos. Because if we can't bring it all together as a coherent, integrated management system that's sustainable because it's easy to do and it delivers the correct benefits. If we can't do all of that, then it's not going to work. And our whole purpose in process-based management, of course, is to be improving organizational performance. So we can have the parts to do that, but it's not going to work as well as it should unless we can bring those parts together.